Hey guys, Andre here to show off something about the SNES Classic that I saw a couple of people wondering about, and more specifically about the SNES Classic controller. Because some of you are wondering if you can use it on other things, like you could with the NES Classic controller on, say, the Wii U. So first up as a fact is, I wanted to test that the SNES Classic controller would work on the NES Classic. So let's go and plug it in here and take a look. And so far it's looking pretty good, and that's working fine on the main menu. So let's go ahead and launch into a game here. Let's say the original Super Mario Brothers, and see if it works. And sure enough, it does. B runs, A jumps, you can also use Y and X as well. So there you have it. It seems to work fine on the NES Classic, which is really no great surprise because the connector on both of them is literally the exact same. Which means you now have a second controller you can use on the NES Classic for two-player games because it originally only came with one. Now that connector, as I recall, also matches the one used in the Wii's Classic controller, which means, like with the NES Classic controller, any game that supports the Wii Classic controller should also work with the SNES Classic controller. But it's one thing to assume that and another to actually test it. So let's go ahead and try it out real quick in Mario Kart 8. And here we are in Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and the reason we chose this game is because we actually tested it with the NES Classic controller last year, and it kind of worked, with one major asterisk. Because while we could drive and turn, we couldn't actually use items or power slide due to the lack of shoulder buttons, which obviously the SNES Classic controller has. So I've gone ahead and connected it to my Wii remote here, and we're going to give it a shot right now. So far it seems to be working fine on the menu, as it should, because the NES Classic controller did as well. So let's go ahead and hop into a race here though, and see if it lets us actually use items and power slide. Alright, so far, oh, there we go, I can only drive, I can hop. And I can use my horn, which means I can use items. So I can power slide. And there we go, got an item. So here we go. It works pretty much flawlessly in Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U from what I can tell. Now do keep in mind that I'm obviously using the D-pad, which means you're not going to have the same finesse you would with a control stick. But it seems to be working just fine. So let's go and try it out with one more game here, specifically a Super Nintendo game being Super Mario Kart on the Virtual Console. Yeah, I don't know why you'd play it on the Wii U if you already own the Super NES Classic Edition, but hey, we're gonna test it anyway. Alright, here we go, moment of truth again. So far so good, and let's see if I can jump. Yep, and I can power slide, alright. Power slide right into a wall. So there you have it, the Super NES Classic Edition controller should work on pretty much any game that supports the Wii Classic controller, which makes sense seeing as how they have almost the exact same button layout, except the Classic controller does have two extra ones, so there are a few cases where it may not work perfectly in every game. So there you have it, if you want the true classic experience of playing Virtual Console on the Wii U, or if you want a second controller for your NES Classic, it's good to know that you can in fact use the Super NES Classic controller instead. Alright guys, thanks for watching, of course stay tuned to GameXplain for lots more on the SNES Classic, and everything else Nintendo as well. Catch you later, bye.